Hello, you guys. This is Nikki Pratt from Jesus Wants You. I'm sorry, I'm recording from my bedroom, being a little lazy. I'm hoping this video won't be too long, but I wanted to share with you guys a revelation that I got from the recent breaking news that's been going on a lot in the news about. Many of you know and have heard about the recent, and please forgive me for the television sound in the background. My husband's watching the news and he's not turning it down, but anyway, so I think I can overpower it with my mouth, but anyway, many of you heard recently about the sick, twisted, heinous crime committed by the Facebook killer. It's so sad. I recently learned that there was people doing GoFundMe accounts in the name of the victim, which is so sad. It's very ridiculous, I think. But well, I know. But using this man's death to get money. Okay, so people, if you're listening and you were the one doing that, you need Jesus. I'm just saying. Okay? So, and another thing, don't watch that video. Don't watch that video. It's hard to watch that video, and the news was showing it a lot. That was enough for me. Now, you guys, make sure you pray for their family, for peace in their loss and what they're going through. Also, you hear me say all the time, whatever is going on in the spiritual realm will manifest itself in the natural. You're going to definitely see that in this video. So, I today was actually trying to investigate something. Minister Davis and I have been pondering back and forth on something, trying to get revelation, and this time it's been a little mind-boggling. It's concerning a number, but I won't bring it up at this time until I get full clarification. But anyway, this news that I'm gonna read to you guys, this newspaper clip, it came up on my phone. Sometimes I just get these random, I didn't ask for it, and the little link would come up and I'll read it. But I'm going to pull it up real quick and read it to you. And then as I do that, I'm going to correlate scriptures that I found after reading the story was a lot of resemblance, and it is crazy. So, let's see. Okay. It says, Facebook killer dies after 3-day police pursuit in Pennsylvania. Now, it's something with that 3 days. It said it took them 3 days to find this guy. Okay. Now, let me just do a little disclaimer right off the bat. I'm not saying or alluding to that this, what I'm going to tell you about, is a sign as to, meaning the biblical signs as to Jesus' return. But I'm saying that this is a definite, as I like to call it, whatever is going on in the spiritual is definitely manifesting in the natural. So, watch this. There was so much similarities in this story as I read it. So, you can call it coincidence, but I want you to see this as I did, and I'm going to read the story as I was directed in comparison. So, the man suspected of fatally shooting a 74-year-old randomly selected target and posting a video of it killing the Facebook committed suicide as police were closing in on him Tuesday, authorities said. Steve Stevens, the subject of a nationwide manhunt after Sunday's horrific slaying in Cleveland, ignited a debate about violence in the internet age, was spotted late Tuesday morning at McDonald's in Erie County, Pennsylvania. Notice the word Erie, and the similarities that I'm going to show you is very eerie. Okay. A restaurant manager told the New York Times that the drive-thru employees recognized Stevens phoned police and tried to delay him by holding up French fries. Okay, watch this. So turn to the book of Matthew, chapter 26. And it's coming from verse 48. Watch this. Now he that betrayed him gave them a sign, saying, whomsoever I shall kiss, the same is he, hold him fast. So basically that scripture was Judas told the people that he betrayed him to, look, I'm going to point him out by kissing him. And then he said when he did, he said, hold him fast. Now, in this news story, it said that they called the police and told them that the French fries was being held up. And they said that they tried to delay him by holding him up with the French fries. Okay, so he just took his nuggets and said, I have to go, the manager said. The Pennsylvania State Police said that they chased him from McDonald's for about 2 miles, finally ramming his car. The vehicle spun around, came to a stop. The police said at a news conference he immediately pulled out a weapon and shot himself in the car. Okay, so watch this. Matthew chapter 27, verse 3 to 5. Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself, and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priest and elders, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. There was an innocent man that got killed, right? Right. Okay? And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that. And he cast down the pieces of silver in the temple, and departed and went and hanged himself. Wow. He hanged himself. And this guy killed himself. Now, I didn't see this towards the end, but the victim's last name was Godwin. Godwin. Okay? So, it says Godwin was killed on Easter as he walked alone down a residential road in East Cleveland carrying a grocery bag. Godwin was killed on Easter. Do you know that this particular year, Easter and the Jewish Passover was on the exact same day? On the exact same day. Okay? So, I also read in a news story that it said that he had just come from eating a meal with his family, and it said that all he wanted to do was eat Easter dinner with his family, eat a meal and sit down with his family. Watch this, Matthew chapter 26, verse 17 through 18. Now the first day of the feast of the unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, the master said, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at the house with my disciples. See, this is the thing also that I'm trying to point out. Satan loves to mimic anything that Jesus did or does. He likes to mimic it. Okay? So, okay. Then it was reportedly collected that the victim collected aluminum cans, though his family told CNN that he was walking home from a holiday meal when Stevens, 6'1", 224 pounds, according to police, approached with a cell phone camera. And then the killer says, "I found somebody. I'm about to kill," Stevens said in the live video. "He's an old dude, basically an elder." And if you read chapter 26 and 27, you see that word elder is used a lot. Okay. There was a little of Stevens' history, as told by those who knew him, to suggest violence he was about to document. He had no criminal history. Neither was there any documentation about Judas in the Bible about him having a criminal history, or so to say, until he definitely betrayed Jesus, right? So you see these similarities? So a neighbor told CNN that he often stayed with his girlfriend and her children in a house outside of Cleveland, and that he was there 2 days before the killing, fixing the garage. I was looking at that number 2. There's a number 2 in this story. 2 days before fixing the garage. Matthew chapter 26, verse 2. Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Wow. Now watch this. I'm almost done. Authorities say Stevens had never met Godwin before he pulled out his Ford Fusion up beside him about 2 p.m. Okay. Stevens approached Godwin, and he says, "Can you do me a favor?" to the victim. Stevens says, as seen in the video, he asked Godwin to say the name Joy Lane. And, of course, the victim responded her name again. And he said, yes. Stevens said, "She's the reason why this is about to happen to you." And then, of course, you know, he pulled the trigger. So, Matthew chapter 26, verse 13. "Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her." Now again, I'm not saying that this is the memorial of the lady that was spoken of in the Bible. But if you read the story in this account, this lady, Joy Lane, says that it is basically like haunting her because she don't know why or for what reason he used her name. Now note this. The word joy, I found, is used in the Bible over 300 and something times. Her name was Joy Lane. Okay? Also, he spoke of that he had killed 13 people and that he was working on number 14. Actually, it wasn't true. But the number 13 is in this particular story in the Bible. The 12 disciples plus Jesus, the number 13. Yeah. So, also, the killer's mom made a mention that he said something kind of eerie to her before he died, that it would be her last time seeing him. And she said she thought it was rather odd. Well, of course, we know that Jesus had told the disciples that he was going to die. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of resemblance to this. So watch this, what Godwin's daughters and family said. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Basically, make a long story short, I'll tell you what they said. They said that the whole family had found it in their heart to forgive him. And then one of them made the remark that we just want to hug him. We just want to hold him. We forgive him. Like, what? Like, really? What? Yes. But that's a true Christian. That's who Jesus was, right? And when I read in the story, it said that all their father did, I want to find that, was, let me find it. I have to find this. Yeah, she said each one of us forgives the killer, the murderer. We want to wrap our arms around him. And then it goes on to say that their father taught them about God, how to fear God, and how to love God, and how to forgive, and that he also liked fishing. That was Jesus' ministry. In a nutshell, that was Jesus' ministry. He went fishing for men, of course, and there were accounts in the Bible where, you know, he was with Peter and fishing and all that. I think it's in Luke chapter 5 and so on. But that was basically Jesus' ministry. Jesus heals a man's ear, okay, right before he's getting ready to, right after he was betrayed and getting ready to be taken to the cross. Jesus saves a man on the cross. Jesus says, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. In Luke chapter 23, verse 34. You see these similarities? Okay. Then the daughter says this that I thought was very interesting. One of the daughters said, and in this story, I read it twice. Where is it? Where is it? She said, all I can say is that I wish he had gone down. Now, she said this after the fact. She said, all I can say is I wish he had gone down in the hail of 100 bullets. A hail of 100 bullets. H-A-I-L. My husband's staring at me because I'm disturbing his TV time. But I'm almost done, I promise. But anyway, watch this in Matthew chapter 26, verse 49. There's a reason why I'm in my bed and in my room. You know I'm usually at my post, but I can't for a reason that I can't share with you right now. But anyway, verse 49 says, and forthwith he came to Jesus and said, Hail, H-A-I-L, Master, and kissed him. And Jesus said unto him, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Jesus and took him. Now, last thing I have to show you, and I'm about done. So, but you see the similarities in this story. I felt like it was something else I wanted to share. But after I went back reading the stories about the Facebook post and what one of the daughters said, she tweeted something. Now, I'm not a tweeter, whatever you call it, but she tweeted something saying that she wished people would stop posting the video and playing the video over and over. Like, who wanted to be reminded of that, you know? So as I'm reading her tweet, I see a picture of her dad, and at this time, I had read his name probably 3 or 4 times, but I didn't recognize G-O-D in it, okay? He had 9 children, and when I read her tweet, it says, please, 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 stop retweeting that video. And then she says, and report anyone who has posted it. That is my grandfather. Show some respect. Okay, so this is the granddaughter. Look at the time she posted this. Let's see if I can make it big enough so you can see. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute. You see that? 4:44 p.m. Wow. 4:44. When I saw that, I was like, this is definitely a message. You know, we're supposed to watch, therefore, and pray. I just said that and I looked in my Bible. This is what I read. What? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. Wow. So, we are to be watchful. But, to me, this is very significant. I remember when I was trying to figure out why we kept seeing the number 111. And I went just basically crying out to the Lord, like, please show me. Why am I seeing this so much? And then the revelations came. But I remember right before what eluded me to finding out what it actually meant, I saw something on TV. And the guy that was missing here in Shreveport, name was Enoch. We know that Enoch was raptured in the Bible. And if you haven't seen the 111 video, basically all the 111s dealt with also rapture. Every scripture that I went over reference to rapture. So these things that we see in the natural also gives us signs to what is going on in the spiritual realm. And we know that his time is drawing nigh for, you know, Christ to come back. We know that. So, but I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. I love you. See you next video. Thanks.